Hi guys, this is Ratchetro and we are playing Criminal Case Conspiracy, and we are going to case number 58. We are going to a secret lab where Lyric stole the superhuman serum, and hopefully that's where Denise is hiding. Katria, the conspiracy enveloping the city almost defeats belief. Backstabbing plots, superhuman powers, it's got it all. We thought the Adasters were the main problem, with their desire to gain superpowers and rule over everyone. But it turns out the Adasters were only Denise Daniels' pawns. They helped her make the serum, thinking it was for them. And she betrayed them. She never meant to give them the serum at all. In fact, the serum is killing them now they've taken it. We know it from the two Adasters we got in custody. The question remains, what did Denise Daniels actually want to do with the serum? Whatever it is, it can't be good. Maybe the answers will be in her secret lab, which we just learned about. Apparently, something horrific can be found there. Thanks to Ramirez's tip, we know where it is. You better get there at once, Katarina. Okay, so it tells me that this... Oh, that's... That's Gloria, and that's supposed to be us spinning everything about our cases throughout Greensboro. Okay, so I want to say that something about the secret lab is telling me that it's supposed to be another version of Area 51. I'm expecting aliens to come. Oh, why? Look at all this. Who are you? Who are you? There are people in the tubes. And there's no body. Who's gonna die? Katrina, what is this place? What are those weird tanks? There seem to be people in them. And they're suspended in some kind of solution. And they appear to be breathing. Katia, these people are alive! They look like normal humans other than their bright green hair. But are they really human? Or something else? This must be linked to Daniels' plan to make humans more resilient. Needless to say, this whole lab must be totally illegal. You're right, Katarina, you better send for Amir. He'll know what to do with these tank people. And the chief must see this too. Meanwhile, you and I need to figure out what Daniels has been up to, Katarina. That talent might offer up some info. Let's unlock it. Okay. So no body for now. Just some kind of tablet, and I'm going to do this with you guys to collect another star. I'm gonna do this really quickly. This is fucking sick. Okay, something tells me that this is exactly how Rosetta was created, because these guys have green hair and Rosetta has blue hair. So I think this is how exactly she was created. And this tells me that she was planning on creating more people than just Rosetta. And Rosetta, it worked. And now she was going for creating other people. Alright, we're gonna unlock the tablet now. Let's see, what are you hiding? Oh, what is this? That tablet screen says Experiment 686217. Creator, Denise Daniels. Scientist, Dr. Henry Liu. It's so surprised to see Daniels' name there. But who is this Dr. Henry Liu? Looks like Daniels has a scientist helping her with her atrocious human experiments. Katrina, I rushed here as soon as I could. I brought officers to put the place on lockdown. But I stumbled on a body in the back alley while securing the perimeter. According to his lab coat, the victim's name is Dr. Henry Liu. Oh, we just mentioned him. What? But Dr. Liu is just the person we need to speak to about whatever's going on in here. Well, I'm afraid it's too late. Dr. Liu is dead. But investigating his murder should shed some light on his work too. You should go to the alley and recover that body, Katerina. Okay. Oh, probably Daniels wanted to silence you. Okay, we're gonna investigate the back alley. And that looks very brutal. Or maybe not, it's just a hit in the head. But a very strong one, it seems. Well, this is definitely Dr. Liu, Katerina. Looks like he's been bashed over the head. Could his murder be tied to whatever experiments he's been performing in Daniels' secret lab? We must figure it out. What clues have you found? You found a fire extinguisher. They're on every other street since the earthquake caused lava to flow everywhere. You're right, judging by that blood, this fire extinguisher must have been the weapon used to hit Dr. Liu over the head. I was wondering how the wound was very brutal. Because you were hit with a fire extinguisher and that thing must be very heavy. There's a substance on it. Can you collect a sample? And that newspaper cut, it features a photo of our victim. Apparently Dr. Liu won an award for his contribution to science a few years back. Can you dust it for prints? Katrina, solving Dr. Liu's murder is our chance to understand what Daniels has been doing in that lab. Let's get to work. Yeah. Let's see what happened to you, man. Katrina, did you really find Denise Daniels' lab full of people in tanks? It's gross, I know. It's true, Martine. We have no idea who they are or what Daniels was doing with them. And the scientist working with her is on your autopsy table. I must admit, I'm eager to see them for myself. But first, here's what I can tell you about the victim. The cause of death was an epidural hematoma produced by the trauma of being hit with a fire extinguisher. Oh god, that must be very hard. Judging by the location of the blow, your kill must have caught the victim's attention, waited for him to turn around, and then struck him. And clearly your victim grabbed at your killer because I found something. A torn off earphone in his clenched fist. I studied the design and it comes from a model specifically designed to stay put while exercising. Katrina, your kill must work out. So our kill works out, do they? Things will work out well for them with Katrina on their trail. Doesn't start well this part. Okay, we're gonna first do the newspaper clipping. I want to say you should have brought the gloves with you, but maybe this doesn't have something to do with the killer, but just one of our suspects being a suspect and not a killer. We'll see about that. Katia, you managed to recover those fingerprints on that article featuring our victim. Let's compare them to the database. Oh, thank you. I'm getting to do that. I haven't done it in a while because you don't think I'm good enough. Okay, now the fire extinguisher. I'm still going like, ouch. It must have hurt to get hit by a fire extinguisher. Yeah, are they heavy to carry? It's no wonder the killer is exercising. Maybe they exercise to carry the fire extinguisher. Katria, I know Amber is busy with the people in tanks, but we have to steal that substance from the murder weapon. Well, who else can do that if Amir is easy? Maybe Martini can do it as well. Okay, now let's analyze the fingerprints. Let's see who held this. Maybe somebody we know, or is it going to be just somebody we don't know? Oh, it is somebody we know, and that's easy. The fingerprints on that newspaper clipping you found next to the victim's body belonged to Easy Ramsey. We last saw Easy when we investigated the murder of Savannah Blake. But why would a conspiracy theorist be carrying around our victim's photo? And isn't it curious that she dropped it in the same alley where he was murdered? We got some questions for Miss Ramsey, Katrina. Let's talk to her. I'm finding people with colored hair a bit weird, because Rosetta has blue hair, then the people in the tanks have green hair, and Easy wanted to find out everything about Doom, the conspiracy, because she's a conspiracy theorist and everything, and I don't know, something tells me that she's also involved in this. Miss Ramsey, can you explain what you are doing with this newspaper clipping featuring Dr. Liu? Dr. Liu was my high school science teacher. He had a very influential role in my life. So when I found an old article that said he was living in Newmark, I decided to try and reconnect with him. That's interesting because Dr. Liu has just been found murdered. What? I had no idea. Dr. Liu was always ambitious. Teaching science in high school wasn't enough for him. He wanted to go places. Maybe he went too far. Oh yes? Do you know anything of what he was working on? His lab was right near where we found the body. And your clipping. Was it? I don't know. Too bad. I didn't like to snoop and find out what Dr. Liu was into these days. Anyway, I guess I'll never reconnect with him now. I'm sure Dr. Liu would have been proud of how far I've come since high school. You're a conspiracy theorist. Katria, Easy claims not to know anything about the victim's work. But we can be sure that his murder is linked to that lab. Let's go take another look around. Oh wow, we are going back to the lab? Oh, I thought we were going to finish this part and just wait for the analysis to finish, but... Well, in the secret lab we only found a tablet. And all we discovered was Denise Daniels' name and our victim's name, so nothing else, so we're gonna search it again. When are you going to come out, Rosetta? Just one clue, right? Oh, there were two of them, right. I'll never get used to seeing those people in tanks, Katerina. Well, we know our victim was working here for Daniel, so finding his kill should give us answers. What have you found? That broken badge might be a valuable lead if you can put it back together. Yeah, we should definitely take a look through that box of lab equipment. Okay. Okay, first we're gonna restore the broken badge. Ah, it's Otto again. And can you tell us where is Denise Daniels since you are her assistant? Katia, this badge belongs to Otto Kessel, one of Daniels' assistants at Sara. But this lab is Daniels' secret personal facility where she's been experimenting to increase human resilience. He has nothing to do with Sara, so what was Otto doing here? Was he aware of this place and what Daniels and Dr. Leo were doing here? We need to ask Otto, quick. That's right. Okay, another box. Oh, I see something. Oh, it's a necklace and rosary. Katia, what are those rosary beads doing among that lab equipment? Apparently they come from Springfield's community church. Wait, that priest again? That's Father Shepherd's parish, Katerina. We last saw him while investigating Mia's murder. What are you doing here, man? We need to ask Father Shepherd how his rosary beads ended up in this lab. Were you here? You're a priest, what are you doing here? Okay, first we're gonna have a chat with Otto. Mr. Castle, can you explain how your badge ended up in an illegal facility nowhere near Sara's premises? As you know, Miss Daniels disappeared, completely out of character and left no instructions. I decided to find her. I went through every file she had, one led me to that lab. So I broke in. Breaking the law made me nervous, so much that I sweated through my antiperspirant. But nobody was there, just those tanks. It was a strange place. Clearly not a Sara facility like you say. The whole thing was frightening. Had to get out of there immediately. I've been trying to forget it ever since. What do you know about a scientist named Dr. Leo? He was murdered earlier today. There's somebody about that name at Sara. Sorry, I can't help. Well, make sure to contact us immediately if you hear from your boss, Mr. Kessel. Yeah, you better do that. Okay, let's have a chat with the priest. Father, we have some questions for you. Do you know how a Dr. Henry Leo might have ended up with these rosary beads in his possessions? His possession, wow, I didn't start this well. I give it to all members of my congregation, and Henry is one of the most devout. He always gives money to the church and he never misses mass. I'm afraid he won't be attending mass anymore, Father. Dr. Leo has been murdered. Murdered? Goodness, is there no end to the wickedness of this city? Did Dr. Leo ever indicate to you that he was in trouble or involved in something immoral? Henry did express concern over the fate of his soul, but I didn't take it to mean he was in trouble with the police. Excuse me, Inspector Katrina. I must go pray for Henry's safe passage to heaven. Probably passage to hell for what he did. What's this brown liquid? What a day, Katrina. I thought I'd have time to shop for wedding invitations. But then you discovered that crazy secret lab full of people in tanks. Do you have any idea what experiments Daniels and Dr. Leo were running there? The whole thing gives me the creeps. I'll figure it out, but it's going to take a while. In the meantime, you'll want to hear about that brown liquid Kateria collected from the murder weapon used to kill Dr. Liu. The success was coffee, but this particular type of coffee had been slow brewed for 12 hours. Which is the technique used to make cold brew coffee. Kateria, your kill was selected on a fire extinguisher when they attacked your victim. So Akio drinks cold brew coffee. They'll get nothing but cold coffee in prison. Thanks, Amir. You keep studying those people in tanks while Kateria and I find out who killed Daniel's scientist. Okay, you keep on doing that. Who would wanna drink cold coffee? Cold coffee is like drinking cold water. Sorry, I don't know how coffee tastes. I don't drink coffee. Kateria, we knew from Lyrics' video diary that Daniels was working on something horrible in a secret lab. And sure enough, we found a bunch of people in there, floating in tanks. We can only guess that they have something to do with Daniels' quest for more resilient humans. But that's all we know since Daniels is still on the run and the scientist who was working for her, Dr. Henry Liu, had his head bashed in behind the lab in a back alley. Daniels' assistant, Otto Kessel, said he'd found the lab while trying to track down his boss, but he claimed not to know Dr. Liu since he was a Sara employee. Meanwhile, Izzy Ramsey and Father Shepherd both knew Dr. Liu. One is his former student and the other his priest, but neither seemed to know about the specifics of his work. Kateria, there's a woman here, demanding to talk to you. Who is... Is it true? Is my husband dead? Okay, we found a wife. We just got a new suspect. And I don't know who she is. I don't think we ever met her in our cases. Alright, we gotta stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!